In a quarter of a mile, turn right.
Welcome back to the Tegoa Race to Rally series. Today we are at the Phil Price Rally School and I'm getting my bars, well hopefully getting my bars rally licence. As you already know, I've been racing for years. With racing you have an ARDS licence, but that licence isn't transferable. So I need to actually get a rally licence. We booked Phil Price because here they offer a full day of training and your licence. It looks like quite an exciting place already. I think it's going to be driving around gravel lanes in a Subaru hopefully, and then I'll do my licence. I've got to do a 20 question test, which I'm a little bit nervous about because obviously all the things with circuit racing, like all the different flags and everything else, is pretty straightforward. Rallying, the signs are all very much unique to rallying, so it's not something that you can translate to if you've been go-karting, for example, or anything like that. It's a very specific thing. I did do a little mock test last night and I got 12 out of 20. So practiced a few times and eventually got to 20 out of 20. I think you're allowed to get one wrong, or there's a set of 10 that you can't get any wrong and a set of 10 that you can get one wrong, or something like that. So yeah, hopefully I'll learn through the day as well. When you do your ARDS licence, you get, well, when I did it, you got given a video to watch, and it was kind of all of the things that you will have to know and get tested on. Whereas with the rally licence, you get given some videos to watch, but they don't really tell you what you're going to get asked in the test, and it just says refer to the section of the blue book which is all about rally. Well, that section's really in depth and there's so much detail. So I know all my signs, I know various different distances that you need to be aware of. So yeah, fingers crossed that goes all right, and we'll go and have some fun. So we're actually parked up on a lane outside the venue. So with rallying, you get penalties if you arrive early, and on the instructions for the rally school it said do not arrive before 9 AM. So we've got 5 minutes to hang around before we get there. Looks pretty exciting, doesn't it? Looks fun, doesn't it?
It's an odd one. This is obviously the one they don't trust you in.
Jeez, yeah. 2 steering wheels in here.
Just saying, that must have took some bloody engineering.
Jeez, yeah. To get 2 inputs into a steering rack. Yeah. Mental. LPG.
Really?
It's on LPG.
You're not always smashing around. We've got a bomb behind this as well.
Yeah.
Well, you have.
You're going to start is the Motorsport UK yearbook. The night before, I'd sit in the hotel room, I'd go through my notes, go through my road book, go through everything, and make sure I knew where I was going in the morning when I go out. On a single venue, I'll tell you what else I'd do. I would walk from where I'm servicing to the start line at the first stage. So I just get an idea of how long it's going to take me to get there in the car. Is there going to be a bottleneck to get to the start line? So I need to be there 5 minutes before, so we'll make sure we're all in order. I can get going in the car as I'm meant to be behind. Because if it's a bottleneck and you get there a little bit late, you're going to be late for your first stage, you know? So make sure you get there within plenty of time. Control to the start of the stage, you'll have signs that'll be in a road book that you must be careful, and it'll be in your regs as well normally. If there's PR sensitive places, you definitely know about it. So time cards, so you want to come across a time card before. So there's some information that you'll have on your time card. So when you go and get your time card from HQ, first thing you want to do when you get it is check you've got the right amount of time cards. So you're on the start line, you're at 9:32 and you're starting at 9:33 you're going to go. Yeah?
We would just sort of say, just know what you're doing and go and follow your own instincts.
Yeah.
Like even road sections, don't follow other cars on road sections. They go wrong.
Yeah.
Don't follow them wrong.
We've got loads of stories between us about
Yeah.
every slide we come to, really. Like I said before, know what car's going to be in front of you, know what time you need to be at MC1 and at the start of the first stage, and cannot go past that board until you can go past it 59 seconds before your due time. But for today, we'll say it's 9 o'clock, go past that board, pull up there, hand your time card to the marshal, 9 o'clock please. They will write 9 o'clock, well, they're obliged to write the time on the clock unless you ask for 9 o'clock, for instance. So if you go on an 8:59, say 9 o'clock, they are obliged to give you 8:59.
Which you think you can.
Yes, it would. So you go past there at 9 o'clock, get there, give me time, but 9 o'clock please. There you go. Get your time card back. Make sure they put your time in it. Make sure they've signed it. They're going to give you a provisional time then. So you've got your 9:30. Now you're going to go 9:33 to the start line. That's what's going to happen in a single venue.
Was that a bit confusing, jumping from 9 o'clock to 9:33?
I think it was, yeah. I missed the road section really.
Yeah. And your main job as a driver is to don't cross that yellow board until you're told to. Yeah. It's really easy. Then the car in front of you just drives through and up to, and you just follow them in.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we got there at 10:40, due time was 10:40.
Yeah.
The time we got there was 10:40. Yeah.
So did you sound back there? Did you slow down or anything to make sure that you banged on 10:40? Did you park up or?
Well, what happens? So that's the arrival at the first stage. So
Yeah.
what happens? So this is a 25-minute road section. You've gone from the main control. You get within a mile of the forest, and there's cars parked up the side of the road with people having a wee, putting their helmets on. Because when you get to that yellow board at the start the stage, you must be ready to start the stage. You must have your helmet on, everything done up, extinguishers on. You've got to be ready to start the stage when you go past that yellow board. So when you're in the control, you've got to be ready to go. Okay. So no passage control. So what we do, so your start time for the next road section is 10:53. Drop the seconds off and you write that, then, there.
Fine.
No seconds, yeah?
Yeah.
So now we've got an hour road section, get there at 11:53, our provisional time, due time is 11:53.
Yeah.
We got there at 10:53, so we're on time.
Yeah.
Provisional start time,
3 minutes later, yeah.
3 minutes later. Actual start time, we went, yeah. Finished 12:06 and 20, dropped the 20,
Yeah.
12:06, and so on.
Yeah.
Dead easy. Time cards come in all shapes and sizes and different boxes here and there, and you're like, oh my god, what's this one? You know, but the same information's on them. That's what you're looking for. On a single venue, they're a little bit different. Stage 5, due time, actual time at the start line at the red board. Then you'll have your 3 minutes normally. So stage start time is in green, look.
Yeah.
And stage finish. And I think they do that to make it easier just to add times up.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other reason why you flip the times really. Tarmac bit, are you writing down that orange bit? You only need the first line. But write it all down.
The thing with a jump start though is like circuit racing, it's really important in terms of getting to that first corner and your position and everybody else around you. Okay, when you get further on, half a second's important, but if you drop half a second to make sure you don't jump the first start on your rally, you'll be losing more than half a second around that rally stage through other little mistakes that you made. So
Yeah.
on your first event,
Don't just give it away on the start line.
No.
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 Do you know the difference between route notes and pace notes? Pace notes are based on speed, basically, aren't they?
Yep.
Route notes are describing the road, giving you information about the road, aren't they, basically? But pace notes are giving you information about the road, but they're based on speed.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably when you make your own
Provided.
they're pace notes.
Yep.
When they're made for you, they're route notes on there. So if you look at this, it's laid out a bit differently. So at the top, you would have whatever stage it was called.
Yeah.
Your junction numbers are important, and they need to make sure they're in your pace notes. The information that you're going to see when you get there, like spectators or chicanes, whatever, yeah, red flags or radio points. But at the top, the information you got at the top, you've got 4.5 miles, target time, and bogey time. Okay? So target time is the maximum time you can take to do the stage, and the bogey time is the quickest you can do the stage.
Okay.
So if people are breaking the bogey time,
Yeah.
the stage setup's wrong.
Yeah.
They need another chicane somewhere.
So those sort of figures, really, that's more for the organisers.
Yeah.
That's that speed through there. They've got to set up the stage to make sure it's compliant with that.
Stage maximum, so target time, 9 minutes. If you did it in 10 minutes, you will be allocated 9 minutes on your time card, but you will incur a 1 minute penalty. Well, no, not a penalty. It will be out of your lateness. So you're allowed on an event normally half an hour lateness, allocated lateness. Once you've gone over that 30 minutes, you're out. You're OTR. Over the time limit allowed. So you're going.
Basically on there, so we've got our distances here.
Probably a radio.
That's a radio point on that junction. So that little box there is just giving us the information that is pretty much, if that was junction 5, that information is there pretty much.
So every junction that you come across will be in your road book, must be arrowed. So it's mandatory that they're arrowed, okay? Okay, these are put in to get this average speed correct. All right, so the faster the roads, the more of these things we're going to have. So this is going to be basically what you'll have as your navigational aid for a single venue, something like this. It'll just be a book of stages. So although it's a single venue, they will only run the same stage twice. First stage, that'll be run twice, so 2 stages. Then they'll go for the next one, and they would have changed something minor about it. So what have they changed there? This bit here, yeah. So that's what they've changed. Yeah, that's going down there, and that's good.
Yeah.
So that's
up in there. So a few.
yeah. So they've changed it a fair bit. Yeah. So it's a new stage for stage 3. Stage 3 and 4. Same, and then 5 and 6. We're starting here then and going the other way. And they've probably all they've done is swap the start and finish line, and then these next 2 will probably be the same as the first ones, but run in reverse.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Okay. Yeah. You will come up with a way that your co-driver is going to explain this to you as you're going around, because it's going to mean something to you. Yeah. Angles of bends, length of straights, where chicanes are, everything else. So you'll come up with that for yourself. Your co-driver hopefully is going to say to you, "We're going to go right here." Okay. Yeah, so you're going to go around again, come down to here, this time you're coming into here, guy here, coming down here together, hopefully that person is going to give way to you, away you go, and that's how it should work. Round again, get to here, second time here, your co-driver is going to say, "We need to go left here, we're splitting off here," but you can see the next guy in front of you thinking, "I'm going to have him down this straight," yeah, because this happens a lot, okay? And your co-driver then shouts, "Left, left," and you've gone past. What do you think you should do?
You can't reverse.
No, you can't reverse.
So we do it again.
You've got to go again. And then you've probably got a maximum.
Yeah.
Okay. I've done it. As a co-driver, I've done it. Told my driver to go around too many times. First stage didn't get over very well.
That scenario wasn't the driver missed it.
It was me.
told him to do 3
I
laps.
told him to do 3 laps, yeah. Yeah, my fault completely. And it was only when we got to the finish line and I realised the cars in front of us started way behind us. I was like, "There's something wrong here." And you see a red warning triangle and an OK board. What are you going to do? Keep competing. Stop. Yeah, first car must stop and give assistance. Okay, so SS, what are you going to stop and help them if there's stuck in the car or whatever's gone wrong? Okay, second car, you're going to stop and obtain information and go to the next radio point. What would you do if you're going down the road, James' car in front of you, his car's upside down on the side of the road or on its side, there's no OK board, no SOS board, you can't see him. What do you do? You've got to stop. You've got to stop. You'll still, if you stop and they get out and he's hanging out the window, he's crawling out and he goes, all right, carry on. You will still be able to get a nominal time because you've done the right thing. All right?
Stops.
Yeah.
So John called it fly and finish, so you compete through that. The co-driver should still continue to give you information after that board.
Right.
Because you might go over the finish board and it be a really tight corner straight after. So you need to hear. Don't switch off at the finish line. A lot of drivers do kind of just mentally switch off a little bit as you get to that finish board and miss the corner after and maybe even crash after the finish line because the co-driver's either not read the next thing or they've switched
So there
off.
you've got finish. So you've got right 6 long, flat right 6 long, over into finish, 200 slippy, small crest long, 100. So you've gone over the finish line, so you stop competing, but you're still doing probably.
Fast.
You're going fast. So you need to
And
know
slippy, it
what's
says.
down here. Yeah. Okay. So this is your yellow board. So you'll say this is your 9:30 or whatever it was. Okay. So you're just waiting to go in. Right. Co-driver said, "We're on a minute. Go in. We're at the control. Now you get your time that you asked for. Yeah. Then that car in front's on the start line. The gaps would be a bit bigger than this, to be fair. Don't go too close to that car. Yeah. Alright, so he's going on his minute. Alright. And then up to the start line. Bear in mind on the single venue, you're going to have 30-second intervals here.
Right.
So time card out the window, they're going to ride your start time in, have it back in the door.
It's all pretty go, go, go. Then,
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So this is a minute interval, this one. I can find it, I'll find the video. So it says 15 at the red lights come on. Okay. Now you're 10 seconds. Now your co-driver's ready with his watch. And it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No.
You plugged
I'm
in?
not plugged in.
Okay, it's just over here. Me and James use different co-driving techniques, but I'm going to use fast, medium and slow, I think, for today.
Okay.
Just because it becomes easier. 6-speed box, we'll probably only get up to 4.
Yeah.
Be gentle with it, it's only a standard synchro box.
Yeah.
Right, so it's just nice and smooth with our gear change. All the inputs that we want to use, we want to be smooth. Same on the track, isn't it? Everything's got to be smooth. Stay in the tracks that are there, because that's where your grip is.
Yeah.
The 2 tracks. We don't
Okay.
want to be deviating out of that at all.
Right.
Alright, that's your priority, is staying in the lines. And just, the smoother you can be, get your entries right, the corners become fast. Your
Okay.
speed will just appear
Yeah.
if we do the thing, get the process right for each corner. So I've got, if I need to help, I can.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I've got an engine cut, so I may use that. I probably won't use it this time because we're going for a look around.
Right.
Alright.
Straight on.
Yeah. So this is how you finish. It's laid out. Look,
Yeah.
that's your finish line. Then you've got your countdown boards, and we've got a stop board on the end there, which is follow a little bit. Just go down to that garage over there. Go straight through there, and then down and into the garage. Oh, get out. We'll go again. No. Yes. I've probably got a punch on that front left also. Have a look. Wrecked it.
Puncher. Tyre held up pretty well considering you did a lap with it like that.
Do you know where you did it, or was it just straight rock?
I don't know if I did it or not really, it just kind of happened. I didn't go off track at all. It's so unnatural though, like I'm used to driving a road car down like a lane and you're tiptoeing and making sure that you don't hit a bump or you scrape the underneath. Whereas now it's like aim for the ruts are what give you grip, straight line where you can, it's mental, like completely goes against what you think you need to do because you don't need to, well you're trying to go fast.
So you're happy with the start procedure?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
yeah,
So, can you hear me all right?
yeah.
Plugged in, aren't you? So we go over the crest and crest and we're trying to cue hairpin left. The thing about these tight hairpins is get your braking down a bit earlier, get the speed off first here, just steer it through. Look, go, go.
Oh, it's way
Stop
better.
taking your lock off. Go. One right, another. So easy right, easy left, 150. That's it. Look for grip now. Not just the line, look for grip. So you want to slow. You know what I mean?
Okay, where the
That's the grip, that's the grip.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? That's one grip. Medium right, tight and sorry to slow. Left, left. I'm a driver. Over jump. Medium left, 130. Yeah, that's good. Gear changing. Fine left. Medium left, opens. Go on. Keep in. Thrust it. Go on. Long, easy left. We've got an easy right, tight to medium right, into, acute hairpin left. Don't rush a hairpin. Right, go. Take in, that's it. Second. Right, okay, same here. Don't rush it. More up, more up, more up. So you could have gone wider.
Yeah.
Earlier, yeah. Medium right on the crest. In. That's it. Lovely.
It's rear wheel drive, Rich. Stay in second gear.
Yeah, you can stay in second in this car.
Yippee-ki-yo, work it like 3 jobs, ready for a vacate. Like it when we touch down, like it when we spontaneous. So I work as hard as I play. I'm trying to see you in the moonlight, so you can meet me by the poolside. I know you're looking for a good time, yeah. But listen, baby, you show this is not a drill. This is how I feel. Pop champagne, I'ma do it for the thrill. Escape with me, I'm saying you maybe we could take off and then land on a jet ski. Baby, I hold you tight. Top shelf, we can die, show you right. Got me feeling like, yeah. Got me feeling like it's fire. I love it. Whoa, I love it. Whoa, I love it. Whoa, I love it, yeah. Baby, I love it. Whoa, I love it. Whoa, whatever it is you got, whatever it is I like, I love it. Whoa, I love it. Whoa, I love it. I love it, yeah. I love it. Whoa, I love it. Whoa, whatever it is you got, whatever it is I like, you got my attention. 'Cause you see the vision, oh, I love your intention. Complex simplicity, I ain't gon' hold you. I fight for you like soldiers.
Some of the techniques we'll talk about, actually, to be fastest around that corner and get the fastest time actually ends up being one of the safer ways of driving. But then the next thing you said is getting out of that corner fast. And that's right. It's important to get the exit of the corner right. Because if you come out of this corner 5 miles an hour faster than somebody else, you know the theory, 5 miles an hour faster all the way down the straight. Probably in theory you'll be more than that because the cars have higher revs, it'll accelerate quicker, so it might be 7, 8, 9 miles an hour faster down the straight. Really, ideally, our highest priority is being fast out. So probably for circuit racing, when you're trying to find a bit more time, like being a little bit later on the brakes and a higher minimum speed through the corner does have quite a big impact on that result. If you end up trying to drive it with that sense of going, right, I'm going to brake later to hit a fine time, often that can be a bit counterintuitive because if you run slightly off that clean line, how detrimental that is. Whereas perhaps if you run...
You haven't got, on a race circuit, at least in drive, you've got 8 metres or 12 metres.
So if you do run a foot deep,
it doesn't,
it's not critical.
No.
It's not great, but it's not critical.
But it's
But here, if you,
tense,
especially on this surface, if you
Like that,
do
yeah.
run a foot wide at any point, you've just lost everything. And you haven't just lost half a tenth. If you get out, you get a tyre onto that loose bit on the outside of the corner, it just understeers all the way around the outside of the corner, and you don't get on the power here, you get on the power here. And you haven't lost half a tenth, you've lost like 2, 3, 4 seconds. John, you said earlier, being quick is not about necessarily being absolutely the fastest everywhere, it's about making sure, number one, you don't lose time. As soon as we get a tyre on that bit, front tyre's just going to understeer then, or snap oversteer maybe if you get a rear tyre on there. We can't touch that bit. And that bit is super loose, because it's not just the loose that's been left there, it's all of that stuff scattered on top of it. So it's really slippy. So we've got a piece that we've got to avoid, but then actually, because it's been more swept rather than these 2 perfect tracks, we do have a wider area. So then, the grip's fairly consistent from this point to this point. Between here and here, that grip's fairly consistent, which means now we can take a racing line. It's not within the full width of the road, it's not like out here to out here. It's not using all of it, because we've got this piece we can't use, but it's like, now we can use a racing line within the available grip. So I do want to come a reasonably wide approach, so I can use less steering lock, so I'll try and get myself over here. And I want to think about what the exit of the corner looks like and the shape of the corner, and I'll choose a racing line, like we were doing here, but within the available grip. And so you do get a chance to choose your line, but yeah, you're right, a lot of the time it is dictated by where those 2 tracks are. If it is just 2 narrow tracks, we've got to be in them.
You can lead it back in, but you can only put it back in, you can. Yeah.
Right, should we go?
Let's go.
Excellent. Right, we'll head out round towards the starboard. We'll imagine we're going to have time for this stage. Right, yeah, so let's just head down this left hand side. Okay, so let's go. So 60 metres, slight left over the crest. 40 metres, easy right. So we're going over the road, down the bank, easy right. 120 metres, easy right. Through a slightly higher end, turbo boost higher. Easy right here. Slight left over the crest. 40 metres, ahead of the front. was that one compared to the first run you ever jumped?
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah?
Well, I felt like I was understanding you more, like I kind of knew a little bit more what was coming.
Yeah, okay, that's, yeah.
Also, you were giving me meters. John didn't give me meters.
Right, okay.
So I think that might have helped a little bit more. But yeah, felt good. Well, I didn't have any big understeer moments.
And what was the difference? How come you didn't get the understeer? What were you doing differently?
Well, I think I used first gear on every hairpin,
Yeah, okay.
whereas sometimes I was using second gear.
And so that entry speed was a little bit, just bring it down a little bit to get the
Yeah.
front turned in initially. Yeah, that too high entry speed to begin with just pushes
Pushed
the
it
front.
out,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, interesting. What about throttle pickup points when you getting onto the power?
Yeah, maybe a little bit better, but
Right, okay, because it like there was one time one of the very first hairpins we did down here, the hairpin left a little bit early on the power and we just ran to the bank on the outside.
yeah,
But the next hairpin straight away instantly I saw that you just
realised.
waited till it just turned that little bit more, a bit left before then you went, and we
Yeah.
just got like you could just be more confident going
Yeah,
to full
yeah.
throttle rather than just managing the front a little bit.
On the exits of most of them though, it is loose
Yep,
on the far exits.
it is
like,
right on the very outside. The clean line goes so far, and then you've just got this like
Yeah.
strip of very loose, which you don't want to get to that full outside bit. You only use the grip for the
Yeah.
exit. Yeah, super smooth. That was great. That's like, for me, that's one of the key things. Like, as soon as you start adding lots of unnecessary little inputs in, you're just making the car unstable. You're losing grip from the tyres. None of that. That was great. Really smooth that.
Brilliant.
Good on the brakes. Nice. Like that press was like a squeeze, and I could feel the car slowing and gripping in, not like locking up and sliding. That was nice. Yeah, driving really well.
Good.
You through this S bend on the top. There's a fast. It goes sort of. The first time we approached, it goes left, right, slightly tighter left. There's two deep ruts in there, and you drove it perfectly in the ruts. But it was really quick through there, and you really committed to that rut, which is great as long as it sticks in that rut, because if it pops out of that rut at that sort of
Screwed,
speed.
yeah, yeah.
So, you know, like everything you did was perfect. I'm not saying change anything, but just be aware that if it rides up that sort of lip and pops out, it's really loose in the outside of corners like that. So it's good to trust the ruts and use them. But yeah, that was very quick for that. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I was thinking it's good, but yeah, you got to be ready for that.
Okay.
Very well
cool.
driven.
All right, thank you.
Excellent. Yeah, well, head on back.
No bootleg, baby, I'll get pushed to you like Luke, babe. Fight for your love like Luke Cage. Drunk in love if I do say what you saying, we ain't playing. Nah, love, we just getting started. Was a fast car, but I had to park it. Not quick to give up my heart, but I forfeit for your love. Whoa, I love. Whoa, I love. Whoa, I love you, yeah, baby. I love. Whoa, I love it. Whoa, whatever it is, you got it. Whatever it is, I like it. I love. Whoa, I love. Whoa, I love. Whoa, I love it, yeah, baby. I love. Whoa, I love it. Whoa, whatever it is, you got it. Whatever it is, I like it, baby.
Well, I've just passed my bars course. I had an amazing day here at the Phil Price Rally School. I did the bars plus, which we'll put a link to on the in the video. But basically, it was a full day of rallying. We got here at 9 AM and it's now 3:30, and I've done nothing but drive around in touring pretzels all day. This blue one, GDB, was for the gravel rally stage, which is like up over the top of the hill. You'll see some of the onboards. Drove around initially, kind of getting a feel for it and understanding what it was all about. The thing that was amazing about it was how much difference there is between being online and being offline with the grip. And then this is a GC8, which is set up to rear-wheel drive, which is just for this kind of bit of a drift stage. So they've got a water truck and they water it down. It's actually on road car rear tyres and rally front tyres to learn car control with it all moving around. We went through a load of videos and a load of lessons on the details of rallying, so I know the signs and how an event runs, and then just kept on going out in both cars doing more and more. It was incredible. I can't actually believe how much fun it is gravel rallying an Impreza. Coming back to the Civic's going to be a little bit different, obviously, on tarmac compared to being a four-wheel drive on gravel. The main thing is I passed. So yeah, on to our next actual real event now, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. Thank you very much to John and James as well. They've been amazing instructors, and anyone who's thinking of doing their rally licence, definitely come and do it here, because it's called a Bars Plus, and it's a full day, and it's only a couple of £100 more than a normal Bars test, but you get to actually drive a car on gravel as opposed to lots of the other schools where it's just a tarmac rally driving. I'm pretty sure that Phil Price Rally School is the only place in the country that does the Bars Plus, so it's kind of their idea where instead of you just turning up, doing 3 laps, doing your theory test and off you go, it's actually a day's lesson in rallying. As I said, we've spent all day driving these cars. I've probably done, I don't know, an hour in the GDB around the gravel track, and then at the end of it did an assessment. So it is by far the best place you can learn to go rallying if you want to get into rallying.